Well, recovery was in different sections and in different categories. The first medical recovery that we have to go through, that I had to go through, was physiotherapy. And physio did not start after surgery. For me, physio started before surgery because I was on my back, so I needed to keep my limbs, my mobility, my arms, still active, so that though I've not had any cause to I didn't lose my mobility during the course of the accident. So I was told that I still need to be active, even though I'm not leaving the bed. I still need to exercise my legs and all that. So I was asked to get some things, compression socks, sandbag, 3 kg of sandbag to help to do that, use on my arms and my legs. That was before surgery. Then I was given this stuff too for breath control. I don't know, it's a very I say it as DIY, but it's actually very effective. They use these surgical gloves. I think they double like 2 or 3. Then they use the syringe. Dr. Fab, was the one that attended to me that time. So he placed it in it. There's a picture of it. Placed it in it. So I blow air into it. No, I take in air. I take in air, hold it. Then I blow into the glove. I blow into the gloves until I can exhaust it without snapping or snatching the breath. I take all that, I pour it all in, deflate it, and I go over and over and over again, just like that. Then it was really helpful. Then after surgery, I had a surgery on a Wednesday. So on Thursday, I was in pain, so nothing could have been done on that Thursday. But on Friday, one doctor, can't remember his name. He said I should be out of the bed by now, blah blah blah. So he rolled my bed up. So I sat up in 2 weeks. So Friday was the first day I sat up in my bed, but it was not easy. I felt lightheaded when my bed was rolled up. I felt really lightheaded. Then one of the nurses who was on duty that day, oh God, I can't remember her name. now. And she was like, hey, I can. The doctor, one of the doctors asked me that I should be walking around by now, and And I think after I had my breakfast that morning, because I have a routine in the morning, after my stomach might have cleaned me up, I take fruit, then they go out, they give me my breakfast, so it takes a while, sha. So I just thought that I wanted to, let's try if I can work, let's try it. Then gang. It was a feeling I cannot express. I just stood up from the bed, with help, of course, with help. My mom was around, my elder sister, my brother was around, my dad was not around. He traveled the day before. Yes, he traveled on a Thursday, but said he would be back on Friday. Yes, so he came. So the nurses helped me up and tried to work. Then I felt so heavy. I felt like at first When I stood up, I felt like I had an hunchback. Oh, sorry, maybe that wasn't sensitive of me. But I felt like I had a bag, like I have a backpack strapped around me, strapped around my back, and I couldn't move like that. I felt so heavy. I felt, for someone who weighs 54 kg, I felt like I doubled my size. You understand? So I stood up. I was for someone who is very active and agile, and I'm not a slow walker. I walk very pim. That day, boy, I was walking like a pregnant woman. I was just taking my step. I was just taking my step, one after the other, very slowly, like extremely slow. Then the nurse was like, "Where do I want to walk to?" I said, "I want to check the balcony." And my bed is by the door, like that leads to the balcony of the hospital. So I wanted to check the balcony. So when we got out, and I noticed that, oh, it's really a long balcony. That was the first time, because I was brought in when I was in pain. I didn't know, and I'm always wheeled out on a bed, so I didn't know at all. So I came out, I saw it, I stood there, I rubbed my tummy, I was bloated. My tummy was big, my back was there, I was looking all, I don't know, but this feeling, even right there, even though I was right, I was still thinking of my sister. I was just there. That was the first time I worked. After 2 weeks, I walked on my 2 feet, and it was the best feeling in the world. There's some things we really don't, there's some blessings that we don't count, like some things that we think they are really not, like we really don't know the value of those things until we are deprived access to it. Seriously. My inability to move for 2 weeks. For someone who is an introvert, well, not like fully an introvert, but someone who is always indoor and likes not to, in fact, it takes extra strength, to leave my house and have fun and blah blah blah. But the moment I stepped off, I stepped on the floor that day, I felt like, can I just start running? I stood up, my shoulders were up. I was practically dragging my leg. I was dragging my leg with support. So I worked. My mom was at the balcony. He was already praying. I thank God. I was like that. My older sister, everybody was happy. I was thrilled. I had a smile on my face, even though that's one thing that has always been on my face. So when there's something up with me and my doctors come around to see and they said I'm not smiling, I feel like, Victoria, what is wrong? But I had that smile. I was smiling. It was a good feeling to be able to walk again. Well, to be able to work. And I know the surgery was successful and there's no deficit. That means there's no loss of mobility and all of that. I was really thrilled. Then physio has to, be more intense. So my next physio I was still at the hospital, because after the surgery I was still at the hospital for a week. So whenever the doctors come around now, they make me walk around in the ward. So I noticed that I'm always very tense when I stand up, because I was really conscious of what was on my back. I felt like I was being pulled back, like there is a pull anytime I stand up to walk. So there's always support. I need someone to support me when I'm standing, because I'm not used to that kind of weight. It's not like it's an heavy thing, but I feel like there is a weight. So I just walk around. I walk, took that long corridor. I go up and down. And with time, in a few days, I really felt better, even though my steps are not, but there's always progress. So there's always progress, and I was just the word is just, I feel really blessed, and I feel really blessed to be able to do that. Then no, so basically that is the physio I do. Sit by the bed, tie sandbag to my leg, and I do that. It's fun. Then after I was discharged, all that the focus has always been on the physio, the physical therapy. That is just it. Then after I was discharged, I come to the physio, I do my exercises, the stretch. I think after 8 weeks of surgery, so decided that they will be stretching me. It's not just going to be the massage, it was precisely after 8 weeks of surgery. They took general assessments, vascular form they had to fill, and one of the doctors asked that right there, I was right there sitting by them, and they were so amazed and baffled. They were what's the word? I think due to my recovery, they kind of forgot I had the surgery, and one of them, and I was right there. One of them was saying, no, you should not have a surgery. I said, excuse me, I had a surgery January 19th. It's just 2 months. It's 2 months now. I was like, oh, great. And I could read the expression on their faces, like 2 months, spine surgery, and we are here. Like, oh, great process. Great. Oh. So we started stuff like plank, I stretch. I was asked to do some of the things I do on a good day. I mentioned them, half split, stretching, all this ballet stretching on the floor, all these floor stretches. So that they said that will help them to know what I can do before and the level at which I could go before, my body fluidity and flexibility, my balance, my body coordination, and that will help them to know, to track my progress and recovery. So when I do that, they say, okay, can you try this? I show them, can I do this too? They say, maybe not this slow, maybe you take it a little bit, don't okay, the word was, that by the time you are trying to dance now, you don't go to the level at which you were before the accident happened. You have to start like you are a beginner. You are just learning to dance. So you take it very easy, very slow, slow and steady and all that. I felt like, oh yeah, okay, we can try. But take it slow, I should take it slowly and not just jump to the level at which I was before the surgery. And I really, when I can, okay, imagine if I can bend this way on a good day. After everything, I have to reduce it, and just the degree at which I do things should be a bit on the low side, and I shouldn't try to perfect. I should not try to be perfect right now. Like I should just take my time, build it up again. Like I'm just learning to, like a child that is just learning to work, step by step, that will come. And I have a saving grace that God gave me a very flexible body. I have that flexibility that for someone who had gone through a spine surgery, I know the recovery was miraculous. That's the one. When people ask me, so how's your health now? How are you feeling? How's physio? I would say, physio is fine. How's recovery? I said, my recovery has been miraculous. It has been miraculous. Fine. They said, maybe, well, they said the surgery, where they had the surgery, it's not really I didn't hear the percentage. I can't remember the percentage that a certain percentage of my movement is not there. So thanks to God that it's not worse. You understand? Like it's not worse. I'm so grateful for that. So when we started physio, I after surgery, when we started physio, I was able to sit, bend. It has really improved. I sit with two pillows whenever I want to stand up, to do all that. It's always are you okay? So I take my time. I just don't snap and just jump up. I can't do that. I take my time. I was given some set rules. When you want to stand up, you bend your knees, don't bend. I can't even do that because after surgery, okay, when I go home after a week of surgery, the only thing I could do conveniently was bend my head. That was the only thing I could do, and I would still feel the pain down to my lower back. So I remember that after the plaster was removed from the back, like for it to heal up and everything, I was given physio day to come and everything. So I was told, I think after like a month or so, I was asked to attempt, like let's see how far things have really come, you know. That was in February, I think late February or early March. That should be in March, yes. So I was asked to touch my knee and my toes, like let's attempt it, let's see how far I could go. It was difficult. It was really difficult, but there was still progress. The only thing I could do after surgery was to only bend my head, to bend my neck like this. But I noticed that I could touch my knee compared to where I'm coming from after the surgery. That was a major recovery, sure you understand. But if I should judge, sure you understand. But if I should judge by where I was before, I comfortably and conveniently put my head on my shin. Yes, shin. Conveniently, I do it. My hand on the floor, I rest on my leg, sitting. So that was where I was before. But comparing both, I see that it's not the same. That day I was teary. I had a face cap on. I had a face cap on. So my brother was there, my elder sister there. Well, they were my physio buddies. We go to physio together. I think it's only like a few times they don't follow me. We go to physio together. So that day it was a struggle, and I still could not reach my knee. I could only reach the upper part of my knee. I was struggling to pull myself down. I don't force it, and I was sweating profusely. It was difficult to do, you know. I was just there, trying so hard, but no, I couldn't. Recovery is still going actually, because till now my hand can touch my leg, but my head cannot touch my chin. So I'm still going through recovery, still pushing, still working out, stretching to get to the final destination, you know, to get my fluidity and body coordination. So So judging from where I was before the surgery and where I am after the surgery, it was a sad thing to me. I was sad that day. I was scared, like, can I ever dance again? I was like, can I go back to the way I was? Is recovery really possible? My face shook that day. I felt like, what? I even felt like, is this the way of God telling me that I'm not dancing again? Because I don't see myself in the four walls of an office and just, sit behind the desk and do all that. I've always wanted to be in the line of dance or theater related and everything. So I feel like, can I even, a lot of things, my whole life flashed in front of me, like can like, that's it, like, is that all I can do? Is this what is this all I will be able to do after surgery? I thought they suggested the surgery so that I can go back to being me and blah blah blah. Then I started to think, like, okay, how is it even possible? When I ask some questions and they explain to me, like, your back, and I feel like I do traditional dances too, and you need fluidity in the back. When I have to bend, especially when you're doing dances like swange, the thief people, maybe a combi, all that. When you do all these dances that has to do with your back, when you do this is my favorite dance, Ogun state dances. When you do all of that, when you do any dance that has to do with back flexibility and fluidity, belly dance, I think towards the end of that last year, I did a lot of belly dance with belly dance performances with Crystal Fit, with Crystal Fit. So I felt like, oh, can I really, is recovery really possible? Like, can I do it? Can I do traditional dances anymore? Hey, can I, as in, a lot of this was just going on in my head. But now, even though I'm not where I used to be, but I know that recovery is really possible. But because now my hands really touches my feet now with the doors, and I can sit up, like, the way I was being stretched on the Swiss ball. It was, I don't know. I know my case is different. My case was really different. My fluidity, my body flexibility really helped me in my recovery. As in, when I actually came to the realization that if I can have a degree in physiotherapy, like, how body flexibility can help. Because it got to a level I felt like I needed someone who is in my field and has physiotherapy, as that medical, what do you call it, maybe a certified physiotherapist, but yet the person is a dancer, is in the heart, that knows how our body works when it comes to dances and everything, will have helped more in recovery, if you understand. But the day were stretched on Swiss, but my relative was not allowed in. My brother and my elder sister, they were outside, but their eyes are always when, especially my brother. Oh God, when the other one was in school, so the other one, oh, so the way they were bending me on the Swiss ball, sweating, I was sweating. I sweat really, really profusely on a good day, but in phys, I've not been really sweating like that, not like that. But when they started stretching and all of that, I had to stretch on Swiss ball. There's some videos that, not for physio, but now the progress at which I've made and the recovery process has been pretty smooth, painful, but been really smooth, and I'm really grateful to God that I have. Okay. So the rate at which I recovered was because I know I'm recovered. I'm still recovering, but I'm recovered, I'm just working towards that level, but I know I am. I remember I went for, I think, the last 2 physio before I came back to work. I was at physio that day, and some of the patients that were also there looked at me, and I was like, okay. I was asked to do 20 laps on stairs like that. So it was sitting by very close to where I was doing this stuff, and the man just said, Kose Kokoto Shanti, what is wrong with this auntie? Why is she here? I felt like I was beginning to feel out of place in physio, because it's not, I don't know what to call that feeling, but I was feeling out of place. Like, I'm grateful to God for the level I was then, right? But I feel like I'm still not who I used to be, and I felt like I should be doing more now. I should be doing more now. I should be doing, maybe silently I might be a source of motivation to some people I feel like this person do this surgery and she's like this. And I might be a reminder of what people used to be. You understand? So it was a mixed feeling for me. I felt like some people my presence there might be a little bit encouraging to them, and some it might be really depressing. Like, this person, she met me in the hospital, she had a surgery and she's up and doing and all of that. But I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like I needed someone in my field now that can actually take me through that next level of recovery, and not just a medical practitioner. So I felt like I don't even know why you're still here. You're still here. In fact, we got to a level, I get to answer that question a lot, that they have a community department who is they're higher than I don't know the tag to put them, but it's not like a normal physio. It's like a gym. So they started coming to me. I should come and register with them. I said, I'm not registering. If I want to go to the gym, I will not do in the 4 walls of UCH. I will go outside and go register in the gym, and I will go on with that. I say, no problem, because this one that you are doing, I feel like you can do more. You have the strength, and I say, I've not gotten to where I used to be, but I know I will get there. That's fine, Sha. So I was told that, okay, you can. I think we are going to release you today. My last physio. Well, that was all the last booked physio, but it just felt like I could be released at work, so that I can go back to work, and I can go back to work, and that, Sha. During the course of this physiotherapy, I had emotional recovery that going through psychological recovery. All that was another thing entirely. It was a struggle. That was the difficult part for me. Physio was a bit easier compared to the emotional and the psychological recovery. I can't be too happy. I can't be too sad sometimes. I feel like I should not be too grateful. No, I feel like no. I want to be really grateful and shout and and make every detail of every little progress. I feel like I should record every little details and let people feel relieved that I'm okay, because people don't trust anything I say. Even when I say I'm fine, I don't trust. Even though I know that sometimes it's charade, it's just a charade that I put, just an upfront. I just put it there so that people don't get worried. And deep down, I was not fine. I understand, but the emotional part was draining for me. The recovery was draining. Was just draining, especially to friends that we share the same, to friends that knew my friend, and especially his wife. I don't know how to feel. I know I spoke about Maxi. I spoke about survivor guilt.
Yeah.
Did I talk about me being a constant reminder of what they lost? I didn't.
Yeah.
I did?
If I was even recent.
Okay. So I think I don't need to touch that again. I think I've talked about
No, not that I recorded it though.
Okay. I think I should talk about
It
that.
was just for my ears.
Okay. It's good. Yeah, okay. During the course of psychological and emotional recovery, I had to deal with survivor guilt. Well, I didn't know there is a tag to it. There's a name for that. But I know I've been feeling like that, when I want to be really grateful, but I feel like you don't have to show it too much. That kind of thing. I can't be too happy. I can't be too sad like that. When I'm too happy, I feel like remember you lost someone in that accident. When I'm too sad, I feel like it won't like you to be sad. So it was self-conflict for me. Struggle of be happy, be fine, like that. But I tried. So there was one day I was on TikTok. I was going through some videos there, and then I stumbled on this person, Just Rose. She had an accident too, I think 2018 or so. And she said she had went through, I think 11 surgeries or so, and she's still recovering and everything. She said it was a bike accident and she lost a friend. And it was two things that helped me realize that. A friend of mine, it's not like someone called me and the person was like, how's your physio going? And now are you dealing with survivor guilt? It just came to my consciousness. And that is the word I was looking for. That feeling when you cannot be too sad, you cannot be too happy, because maybe a constant remembrance of what someone lost, or what if. So I dealt with that for a long time. In fact, till now I think but I'm just better. Like I'm trying to work at it, and I know God has been helping really. I've been working on it, but I still have it. I can't just wake up one morning and say, let me post 5 pictures. Not like I'm the type that posts on a good day, but I just feel like posting. I feel like, what will people say when they say this? You are scared of, you are putting people's feelings and what they think before anything. I feel like, how would they feel when they see this picture? The first thing they will remember is, she had an accident though. She's fine. And some people will feel like, hey, yeah, I wish K2 made it. I wish, that war between me has been a real struggle. Seriously, has been a real struggle. I pray I shake it off. So when I spoke with that friend of mine that said that word, I felt like, okay. So I was trying to look for stories, inspiring stories. I pray, I do that just to help me, That's when I stumbled on Just Rose, and she was talking about survivor guilt. Good. I follow her. I watch her videos and stuff. She's better now, and she's even a very good dancer. Sorry that I'm saying this now. Does that really matter? She still has the stuff on her leg, but she still dances. And I like to watch her video. She gives me this, I don't know, I like to watch her video. I like to really watch her video. I like to watch her video. I just feel like, oh, I'm not alone. Recovery is possible. Recovery is possible. It's just time that will tell. And I've come to know that time, just give everything time. Everything. You're worried, you're sad, you're happy, there's always a time, space for it. Time, what's the word? Time bound. Is it time bound?
What exactly are you
Like, give it, when you say give something time,
yeah,
it should, like, what is it? Time
bound.
Like, yeah, I've come to that realization. Really, I understand it more now. That give it time. Time will tell. Give it a time bound. It will. Give it time bound, or a time bound. It's time bound. It can't be. I don't know. Put it.
Why can't I do this video while you're standing?
I don't know.
We can, right?
We can, but we're done.
About?
I think we are done. So time will help. Time heals. Time heals. Time helps. Time does a lot though. We should not just waste it. Let's just make use of that time. Time. T-I-M-E. Time has a lot of work to do. That we don't let it. We just let it waste away. What else?
So this is the part where you would also want. Hi.
I remember that I did some of these my dance videos during surgery. I remember that I did some of dance videos during physio. Those days when I go to physio, and I did the video inside UCH. There's one like that. I told my brother to be hyping me, and I could not go down. I was saying something, but it was actually fun. I think I have like 2 or 3 videos done with my scene during the course of this video. So going back to work, I've not been doing a dance performance, but I've been involved in more of acting, then music, joining the choral and all of that, just to not be idle. Though I did one performance like that too. I did backup dancer for that one. This is just rubbish. Don't mind me, but let me do it. Let me do rubbish. Looking back to where I'm coming from before the surgery, and after the surgery, and where I am now, I can boldly say recovery is really possible. It's really possible. It's not easy. Might be difficult. Might comes with sweat, tears, pain, and all that. But recovery is possible. It's really possible. I can say with my full chest that recovery is possible, and I'm still not there yet though. I know I will get it, and don't worry, I might actually get back to give you the full gist, when I can do stunts and I'll be flipping. I lie, I don't know how to flip. I don't know how to flip even before in real life, as in real life. Oh yeah, there's something like that. One of the doctors asked me something, and I said, even in real life, I cannot do it. Really, please, I need to remember this. Yes. Apart from my family, I want to thank my colleagues at work. They were there. I want to thank the Oyevale's family. I want to thank Maximize too. I want to thank Joshua. Olaguju Joshua. It was the one people got because he had my elder sister's number. It was through him people started, connecting. Then Ogudiya Alice, God bless you.
Succeeding 10, you guys are the best. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ara Ogidi, thank you very much. Ajon, Asonlu, ENG class of 2017, you guys are the best. Thank you. Even people that I've not heard from in a long time. People reached out a lot. Even my church members in Abeokuta, I've left since 2020. I knew that people were praying for me. I was bedded with prayers, so I worried less because my worries was not on me. People carried the worries in prayers. Thank you, KICC, Abeokuta, the World Baptist Church, the Motor Shores. Thank you very much. You guys are the best. Adede Jolayinka, the Shinyobolas. Then I want to thank the nurses in Northwest 1. I don't know, I had a very bad impression about UCH nurses, but I was proven wrong. I was really proven wrong. Even the doctors, Dr. Adebayo, thank you, Dr. Jola. Who's some of these? Jesus. Dr. Atonda, yes. Dr. Victor Fabulu, Dr. Fab, I call you Dr. Fab. I'm always forgetting that name. A lot of people, the physiotherapy department of the UCH. Thank you. I just want to, there are a lot of people that if I've not mentioned your name, don't ever think it as if I did, like you're forgotten. No, I just can't mention everybody, like, because a lot of people were there. When I say I was really blessed with the gift of men, I was really blessed with the gift of men. I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for being there. Your Colas family, you guys are just the best. Thank you and thank you. That's all I can say.
Your brother-in-law, that.
Yeah, I said apart from my family. Okay, I think I used to mention my family one after the other. Honorable Prince Moses Adebayo, Babs-Olawoyin, thank you for your father love. Thank you for being there. Thank you for feeling my pain. Mrs. Margaret Olugbenjo, my mom, you are the best. Thank you very much. Mrs. Eunice Adelola Omojari, my dear sister, you are the strength that anyone can ask for. Thank you for your support. Oh, Gabriel, Victor, you guys are the best. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for letting me emotionally shake you, you know. I don't mean to hurt anybody, it just happened. But thank you for being my family. I made a comfort. Thank you. Thank you. Even all the way from UK, I remember the first call you made when you knew about it. You didn't tell her, Helly. She called me. Even though she was at work. Thank you everybody. That's my family, you are the best. Dr. Temitope Omojare, you are the best. Thank you for being the elder brother I never had. My elder sister gave you to me, and I know God planned it and gave it to me. Thank you for being my go-to brother. Thank you for being there. Thank you for that strength. Thank you for being available. Thank you for the love. Thank you. It's actually my brother-in-law, but it's my brother-in-love, because we have a connection that is not common. Thank you. That's all. Any other thing?
Alright, spiritual, let's talk a little bit about spiritual. Were there any prayer group you joined, or rather, let's do this.
Yes.
Were you angry angry with God, or angry with the situation? Were you, and maybe you were not, you were angry or whatever, and then you came up alive, you joined the prayer cell, or certain persons prayed, blah 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 blah.
A lot of prayer groups was organized for me then that I didn't even know about until after I left the hospital. Even there, I said I was really numb. I felt like it's sorted. You don't have to worry. There are days when emotions flushes in and like that, But my sister, because I don't have a phone, they took my phone away from me. But my sister joins NSSPD, and so sometimes she puts it by my side and I listen. And in that January, there was a lot of prayers about spine. That me, I don't, I know I joined that prayer then, and it's just once in a while when my sister, because they don't let them stay for long in the morning after cleaning me up, they ask them to leave. So it's just for a while they listen to it, and then they are trying every possible best not to let me have access to phone or the kidney. So there are prayer groups that was organized outside I didn't know about. Then I joined that. Then people come around to pray, and I have all these my small sections with my elder sister when I feel choked and I need to let it out. So I was not angry with God though. No. Because it was the first, it was still the only being I turned to when I heard everything. I just felt like, miracle, now you feel good one. Surgery, now you go still see me through. So why will I be angry at someone that can help my life? It would be foolish of me to do that. But I think I was just angry at the situation. I was really angry at the situation. No, blaming God does not change anything. You might go through the worst things in life. If you blame God, it does not change the fact that you are still going through it. So why not let that go and cling to Him that can save you, that can see you through that tough time, just like Job did. That's the time to move closer to Him and not to stay aloof from Him. He's the one that can give you the peace and the strength to escape through. So never see it as an option to let go of God when it you get up. It's easier said than done. I'm not trying to, no, it's easier said than done. It's good to stay, detach yourself from a situation and give out the best advice. But I was in that situation, but I didn't blame God. All these events actually helped my spiritual life and my personality in general. It helped me to trust God more. See, if it had gone worse, it's only God that can do it, that can make it good again. If it's good, He has the ability and the capability, He has all the power to prevent it from going worse. He gave me that sense of worrying less. Like, why do you want to kill yourself? This life is just, leave it. I thought by myself, I'm the type that I go for nail polish that I just nude color or something. I told myself, I started telling myself that what is life? You cannot do weird things and use very flashy and very tacky nail polish color. Yeah, I got to that level. I use blue, I use purple, I name it, very tacky color. I use aqua green. It made me know that for someone who has always been rigid and calculative and blah blah blah, know that we should calm down. Be calming down. This life, is only in this life that you can do the cack up. Because me blacking out for a few minutes when the accident happened, it shows that, see, nothing matters after death. Nothing. No, we can only live better life here. You don't live on earth so that you can make heaven. Yeah, you live your life so that you can make heaven. Heaven is not, I won't see our our salvation is not about what we are doing on earth. It's by the death of Christ. We are saved by Him, and not just by giving ourselves the idea of if I do this and you do this, and in the name of I'm doing this, you are trying to please people and not God. Because all this that we do, we feed on people's vomit of what they think God wants from them and not from you. Seek that relationship for yourself. Get to know God for who He is to you. There is no better way to do it. Know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. If you close your eyes today in death, that is it. It was a peaceful experience, even though it was just a blackout. It was not like I died. Yes, but it was a peaceful thing. It was as if I went to sleep. So it got me thinking that live this life. It's only this life that you can enjoy this life. It's only here. You cannot enjoy this life outside it. It even it made me up to I'm the contented, don't want too much. I want it all. I want a good life. I want a good life. As a Christian, you deserve to have a good life. You deserve it. Not that way you are being proud. No. It's esteem, it's self-esteem, it's not pride. You deserve to enjoy the good things of life. Don't just stay in the four walls of the church. And you think, no, go into the word. That is the word the Bible says. That is what the Bible says. Go into the word. Not stay in the four walls of Christendom, in quotes, of Christians, and say you are living life. Be yourself,